Okay, so in the specialized power system, so what we require first, tell me, you have the table key from the specialized power system only to do this one. Okay, so what we require first, what we require to design this circuit? First, you require a AC voltage source. You require a AC voltage source. So in the specialized power system, you are able to see the sources. In sources, you are able to see the AC voltage source. So simply drag and drop into here. Till now we are working with the foundation library, but now we are working with the specialized power systems library. In the power system library, you have the AC voltage source. So take that AC voltage source. This is the AC voltage source. So what is the value? We have to set up the values for the AC voltage source. What is the peak amplitude? What is the peak amplitude for the AC voltage source? 230. So peak amplitude. So we know that V is equal to V maximum divided by 2. Peak value divided by V. When actual expecting the peak value, maximum value, that's equal to RMS value. What is RMS value? 230 into root 2. That's around 325 volts. So set up the 325 volts in the peak amplitude. Peak amplitude, that is the 325, because the RMS value equal to 230, so peak value real value equal to 325. Now what about the frequency? 50 hertz. In our country it is 50 hertz. So simply apply and OK. That's all. So what this part is complete. Then next what we require? We require a transformer. So this transformer is called as a Saturn transformer or multi-winding transformer. Why it is called as multi-winding? Actually, in the previous cases, we are using the transformer for the only primary winding, secondary winding. But here, we have a primary winding and secondary winding. But in secondary winding, again, we have two parts. So you have to use the multi-winding transformer. You have to use the multi-winding transformer. So where you can find the multi-winding transformer? So you can go for power grid elements. In the same specialized power system library, you are able to see the power grid elements. You are able to see the power grid elements. In the power grid elements, go to multi-winding transformer. So this is called multi-winding transformer. I require a multi-winding transformer. Okay, so simply drag and drop that multi-winding transformer here. So drag and drop the multi-winding transformer. So this multi-winding transformer is not available in the foundation library. So then it is not possible for you to design that. So in the examination, we may ask. So design the operator website with a specialized power system library. So even though you did with the foundation library, but you have to go adapt for. So you have to understand what are very good. So the foundation library will check it along. Operating capacity. So maybe examination we may ask you for the specialized power system library. Then you have to the specialized power system library only. Okay. So be careful what I am saying in the classroom. And moreover, because it's an open book examination, so you can't get the direct questions. So think wisely. So now it is a multi-winding transformer. In the multi-winding transformer, you can see this is the primary winding. This is the node, this is the node. So this is the primary winding. So primary winding should be connected to where? To the source. So simply connect this primary winding towards the source. So connect the primary winding toward the source. And coming to the secondary winding. In the secondary side, how many sub-windings are there? 1, 2 and 3. By default, in the MATLAB, you have the 3 sub-windings. These are 1 and 2 and 3. Right? But how many sub-windings are required on the secondary side? How many sub-windings are required on the secondary side? Only 2, right? Secondary side, this one and this is 1 and this is 2. Okay? So double click here. So here it is showing by default it is 3. On the second side, by default only 1 is fine. But on the second side, by default it is showing 3. But how many we require? 2. So just keep it as a 2 here. Keep it as a 2 here. And coming to the parameters. So you have the two knobs. One is the configuration, so change 1 and 2. And coming to the parameters. Coming to the parameters, now see, in this voltage, you have to write, keep the brackets. So you have to write the voltages like, what is the primary voltage? For the transformer, what is the primary voltage? 230. Primary voltage is 230. So 230. మీరు అడగొచ్చు సార్ ఇక్కడ 325 అన్న 230 ఉంటుంది. Here you can see VRMS. It is asking about the RMS values only, not peak and. Okay? So 230. Okay? Now what about the secondary voltage? 30. If the secondary voltage is 30, what is the voltage in this winding and what is the voltage in this winding? 15, 15. So you have to write that one. So 230 secondary, 15 and 230, 15 and 15. Okay, that's it. Now coming to the, actually every transformer has a resistance and inductance, but we are assuming that is the ideal one, so we have to keep all the parameters as 0. How many windings we have? We have how many windings? One primary, is a secondary 1 and secondary 2. Is a primary, secondary 1, secondary 2. So primary 230, 15 and 15. Similarly, for this one resistance, for this one resistance, for this one resistance. For this one inductance, for this one inductance, for this one inductance. So you have around వెళ్ళండి బయటికి నాకు ఉత్తమం మీరు వెళ్ళండి ఓ ఓకేనా సో వాట్ ద రెసిస్టెన్స్ వాల్యూస్ హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ the resistance value as ideal, all 0. How many zeros we have to keep here? 3. 0 space 0 space 0 2. Only 3. One is for the primary, and this is for the secondary, and another for the first secondary. Okay, and similarly, whatever the L value, 0, 0 and 0. Okay, that's it. So we are assuming that the ideal, so we have to keep the resistances and resistance values at 0. That's it. Why only 3? Because we have the 3 windings. One primary, first secondary, and secondary. That's it. So in the transformer parameter configuration, you have to update the voltages, you have to update the resistance values, you have to update the inductance values. Yeah. Okay, no? So simply apply and okay. That's over. So transformer setup is completed. So what is the result? Two diodes to refer. So please listen. Coming to the diodes, in the same specialized power system library, you are able to see the power electronics. We are using only this library only, specialized power system library only. In that one, you are able to see the power electronics. You are able to see the power electronics. So if you click on the power electronics, you are able to see the diode also. You have see the thyristor, this is the diode. So this is the diode for you. So this is the diode that will be available in the power electronics. But actually the practical diode which has some protection. So actually original diode is this part only, but this particular is used for the protection purpose that contain the resistance and capacitance. Okay, but we are using that. Actually in the lab we are not using any protection for your diode. Just we are giving a small diode only, that's it. There is no additional protective elements. So you have to consider the same diode. So what I have to do is just double click here. So keep this R value and C value as zeros, because there is no, this is the called copper resistance, this is called number capacitance, which are connected here only for the purpose of the protection, to protect your diode against the over voltages and over currents. To protect the diode against the over voltages and over currents, we are using the stubber resistance and stubber capacitance. But in the laboratory, we are not giving anything for you for protection, because we are operating with very low voltages. So for that one, there is no stubber circuit, there is no protection circuit. Simply keep 0, and this one also you have to keep 0, and uncheck your measurement port. This is called the measurement port. We are not measuring anything for the diode. So simply uncheck this one, then you are able to see the diode which you are using in the foundation library. There is no protection removed, and there is no measurement, that is also removed. So finally you have the anode and cathode, P and N. That's what we are seeing in the foundation library also. Now I have this diode. And how many diodes we require this type of diodes? So I have the 2 diodes. Then, okay, remember? So actually, this is called contact rate. That means the second terminal of the first winding and the first terminal of the second winding both are short circuited. Common. So this is one terminal, this is other terminal. You are able to see those parts. This is the one terminal, this is the one terminal. But in the middle you have only single terminal, B in the lab. Black terminal in the lab. You have the 2 rays from the black. And the black line is short circuited. So what you have to do here? Simply short circuit these 2. Now we have only 3 ports. Red. I am trying to correlate this one with your lab. In the board, you are able to see the 3 terminals from the transformer: red, black, and red. So this is the one red, and this is another red, and the black terminal is a short circuit inside. So I am making the short circuit. Common terminal. Okay, so here I have the 50 nodes and here I have the 50 nodes. Okay, already set up. So next change now this is connected to diode 1 and this should be connected to diode 2. What next? You record on resistor. So I want to take the one resistor. Where you can find the resistor? So you can see passives. In the same library, I am not repeating again and again. Same pathology parts library, you are able to see passives. PASSIVES passives. So if you click on the passives, you are able to see series RLC branch. So take that series RLC branch here. So take the series RLC branch. Okay, remember? So series RLC branch is same. But I record only resistor, not RLC. So just simply double click here, and on the branch type, you can, by default it is showing RLC. By default it is showing RLC. So what is the requirement for you? Only R. So click on that one, you have the different. You want only R, you want only L, you want only C, or RL, or RC, RLC, or RLC. What you want? So based on that one, you have to select. Here we are considering the only resistive load, so that you have to select the R. So what is the value you have to give? What is the value you have to give? So it is 1000 ohms you are using for the circuit. Okay? So 1000 and apply and OK. Okay, so you have to rename this one also. So 1000 ohms. 1000 ohms. Okay, now where to connect this 1000 ohms? 1000 ohms. One terminal should be connected to the common point, and the terminal should be connected to the ammeter and voltmeter connectors. Okay, so now, this terminal I am trying to connect here, common point. Now what we require? One voltmeter, one ammeter, and CRO is nothing but the scope. So this voltmeter and CRO will measure the voltage, right? Voltmeter will display the voltage value, but whereas CRO will display the signal, voltage signal. So these both related to the voltage only. So we have to take the measurements, voltage measurement and current measurement. Voltage measurement and current measurement. Okay, remember? So now where we can find these voltage measurement and current measurements here? So under the sensors and measurements, in the same specialized power library, you have the sensors and measurements. You have the sensors and measurements. So in the sensors and measurements, so you have the different measurements. First one is called current measurement. So I want the current measurement, ammeter. So I need one current measurement. So this is the current measurement, and I require the voltage measurement. Scroll down. So this is the voltage measurement. So take the current measurement and the voltage measurement. Current measurement and voltage measurement. Okay, Nema? Now, how we will connect the current measurement and voltage measurement is important. Firstly, when we are testing the operation of the center tapped full wave rectifier, while testing the operation of center tapped full wave rectifier, what is the direction of the current and what is the induced voltage across the load? What is the direction of the current and what is the induced voltage polarity? Voltage polarity across the underlying resistance. See the circuit. So see your circuit diagram. What is the polarity of the voltage at the 1000 ohm resistance? And what is the direction of the current, load current? So load current will move from this right to left or from left to right. What is the direction of the current? We discussed the operation already. Already discussed the operation. I think you have noted down the notebook also. So what is the direction of the current here? Notes are here. Notes on the number. Just like transition of the current direction. How the current will flow? No, in this branch also. In this branch, the initial current will flow from right to left or left to right. Right to left. Okay. So that is current is like this. The right to left. Okay. And what about the voltage of polarities? V0 polarities across the load. Output voltage polarities across the load. Positive toward left side. So positive here and negative here. That's very important. Everything I have mentioned in the class is important. So now, how we connect the meter? That's important. So because we have a positive point here, negative point here, your voltmeter should be connected like this. Your voltmeter should be positive here, negative here. Remember, not only for the simulation, the same thing has to be verified in the lab also. How do you get the negative voltage negative current? We measured the connect chest round values vastayamma. So we have to learn how to convert voltmeter into ammeter. Okay. I hope you understand how we convert this one. And coming to the ammeter, where the current is entering, you have to convert the positive, and when the current is leaving, that can be negative. ఇక్కడైతే మనకు ప్లస్ మైనస్ ఉంటుందమ్మా బట్ బ్లాక్ వచ్చినప్పటికీ రెడ్ ఉంటుంది కూడా రెడ్ ప్లస్ అండ్ బ్లాక్ కూడా మైనస్ మల్టిపుల్ ఉన్నాయి మల్టిపుల్ రెడ్ పోర్ట్ నీకు బ్లాక్ పోర్ట్ లేదమ్మా సో రెడ్ పోర్ట్ ఇదే పాజిటివ్ అండ్ బ్లాక్ పోర్ట్ ఇదే నెగటివ్ ఓకే సో నౌ యు హావ్ టు థింక్ దిస్ వన్ లైక్ దిస్ సో ఇప్పుడు దిస్ ఇస్ యువర్ వోల్టేజ్ మెజర్మెంట్ దిస్ వోల్టేజ్ మెజర్మెంట్ హ్యావ్ a positive terminal and negative terminal now where to connect this positive terminal here or here where I have to connect this power terminal, I have to connect the power terminal here or power terminal here toward the right side. Okay. Now I am connecting this power terminal toward the right side. And what about the negative terminal? That should be connected in the that side. Voltmeter connected. Now tell me how I connect this ammeter. How I connect the ammeter? So ammeter has this is the positive, this is the negative one. This is the positive, this is the negative. So in this part, which one is connected? Negative connected should be positive connected. Negative should be connected toward the resistor and positive should be connected to the diodes. Okay, so negative should be connected. Negative should be connected toward the resistor. And what about the positive? Positive should be connected to the common point of both diodes. Common point of both diodes. So common point means you have to connect these two diodes directly. So positive channel where to connect the positive? Positive should be connected to the common point. Positive should be connected to the common point. Okay? So the positive should be connected to the common. Okay? positive connected to the common coil, negative is connected to the load side, and the positive connected to this end and negative is connected to this pole. That's what connection is connected. Okay, so this is the plus sum and this will be the minus. Maybe convey to the actually small one, but when you are working, you are able to identify these are positive and these are negative. ఇక్కడ ఈ మెజర్మెంట్ పోర్ట్ ఉంది కదా, మెజర్మెంట్ పోర్ట్ కింద నెగిటివ్ ఉంటుంది, ఈ సైడ్ లో పాజిటివ్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో పాజిటివ్ ఇస్ కనెక్టెడ్ టు ద కామన్ పాయింట్, నెగిటివ్ ఇస్ కనెక్టెడ్ టు యువర్ రెసిస్టర్. ఓకేనా? సో ఓన్లీ మెజర్ చేసి సరిపోతుందమ్మా. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ద మల్టీమీటర్, ఇఫ్ ఐ థ్రో ద మల్టీమీటర్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ విత్ ద వైట్ పేపర్, ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు అబ్జర్వ్ ద వోల్టేజ్ రీడింగ్స్ ఆర్ కరెక్ట్. సో ద డిస్ప్లే ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. You require that display part. Only even though multimeter measuring the current, measuring the voltage, if you want to see the voltage current, the display part is required. LCD display. So you have to connect the display block here. Okay, you have to connect the display block. So double click here, display DISPLY display, and connect this display, but don't connect directly. Now tell me, in the multimeter, you are using the same multimeter for the AC observation and DC observation. But how this meter can be used for both? So AC component is nothing but your RMS value. DC component is nothing but your average value. AC component is nothing but the RMS value of the signal, output signal, and DC value is nothing but the average value of the signal. So for that, whatever the voltage is measuring here, whatever the current is measuring here, so it is a pause peak like that, your vehicle waveform. And from that you are measuring the voltage and current. So if it is AC, that means you are measuring the RMS value. If it is DC, you are measuring the average value. Okay? So for each meter, you have to connect the two blocks. One is for the average value or DC component, another is called as the RMS value or AC component. So we require two, right? Now see how you measure those things, you can see. In the same sensors and measurements block, you have the RMS block. You have the RMS block here. So in the RMS block, you have to, that RMS block is used to measure the AC component. So drag and drop. RMS value you have to take here. This is the RMS value. That means VAC. If you connect to the voltmeter, the VAC. If you connect to the ammeter, the IAC. ఇంకేం కావాలమ్మా? DC component. So DC component is average value. DC component means average value. So average value, where it is average value అమ్మ చూడండి, you can go move upward direction, you can see the mean. So take that mean component. That's it. So this RMS value will give the AC component and mean value will give the DC component or average value. This is RMS value, this is the average value. These two are sufficient, you have to take two more. ఈ రెండు మనకు సరిపడితే ఇంకేమైనా కావాలమ్మా. So these two are maybe used for the voltage, OEAC, VDC, and same as I have to calculate the IAC, IDC, so I have required two more. Okay. Meanwhile, on the mean block, frequency should be matched to 50 Hz, and also on the RMS block, your frequency should be matched to 50 Hz, initial RMS value equal to 0. So you are not measuring anything previously, so keep it 0, initial RMS value. Your frequency is 50 Hz. Your frequency is 50 Hz. Okay? So now what I am connecting is, just I am connecting the RMS value to this voltage and this average block also to the voltage. This voltage measurement will connect it to the RMS block. This voltage measurement will connect it to the average block. So this value will give the VAC, VRMS. This value will give the V0 average. Okay, look. V0 average, V0 average. V0 average, V0 average. So it will give the V0 RMS value and this will give the V0 average value. V0 RMS value and V0 average value. So you want to see the output. So display is required, use these displays here. So what I am doing here is, so connect the display. So it will give the RMS value and connect this display and it will give the average value. So this will give the, this block will give the V0 RMS and this block will give the V0 average. From these two values, you can easily calculate the total. Okay, that's it. So what else? We require two more blocks for the current purpose. Okay, na? So now, so just I am connecting two more blocks, one RMS block and one average block or mean block, and connect these blocks to the current measurement. Connect these blocks to the current measurement. So current measurement is connected to RMS value, is connected to the average value. This is called the ISC, IRMS, and this is the I0 average, I0 like this. And you want to see the outputs. So again connect the display block. So you have the one display block here, so connect it, and I have the one more display block, simply connect it. So what else is required? Scope. Everything, voltmeter connected, average connected, resistor connected, all layers are connected, transformer connected, source is connected. And here also we have practical है, but in the matter it is a scope. Now connect the scope. So you connect the scope, just double click here. Scope you have to connect. So where to connect the scope? I want to see the output voltage. I want to see the output voltage. Where to connect the scope? Scope should be connected across the load, across the voltage measurement. So voltage measurement across here. This is the voltage measurement. So you have to connect the scope to the voltage measurement. Connect the scope to the voltage measurement. Connect the RMS block for the VAC, V0 RMS. Connect the mean block to the voltage measurement to get the V0 average VDC. Similarly, for a current measurement, connect the RMS block to get the IDC. Similarly, connect the current measurement to the mean value for the IDC. But these facilities are not available in the foundation library. Okay, and you have to connect the voltage. You have to see the voltage. You want to see the output voltage, then connect to the voltage. You want to see the output current, connect to the current. If you want to see the signal, voltage signal, so connect it to the voltage. If you want the current signal, connect it to the current. But actually in the lab, what we are observing the voltage or current. See in the CRO, we are observing the voltage or current. Voltage. So that's why I am connecting the scope to this one here. Up to here, everything is completed. Huh? Right. So in case of the foundation library, we require a solver configuration. What only one? What is complete? Second match first person. At each one, correct. What do you? So we are in the solver configuration, right? In foundation library. So here we have the power GUI block. There is a block called power GUI. So you have to know this power GUI block. No need to connect. You have to keep somewhere in the white space. You have to keep the power GUI block somewhere in the white space. That's it. You no need to connect with your circuit. So just simply double click here and type POWER power GUI. So you have third part. Is that power? Third one the power GUI. You write power. You can get power GUI also you can type. So you can find the power GUI block. Now you have this power GUI block. Okay. By default it is in a continuous mode, but to get a smooth output waveform, change it to discrete. So simply double click here from the continuous mode to keep it in the discrete mode and apply OK. That's all. You no need of electrical reference in this case. If you are using the specialized power system library, you no need to use any electrical references. So now I want to see the output voltage waveform. So 0.08 seconds. So 0.08 seconds means I want to observe the output voltage waveform for the 4 cycles. Because for 1 cycle is 0.02 seconds. So 4 cycles. So simply run this one. So that's what I am saying. So if you are using the foundation library, you require a electrical ground reference. If you are using this specialized power system library, you no need of the ground reference. Okay. So the execution is completed and you got the output voltage. This is the, I think you are unable to see here actual screen. On the screen I can say V0 RMS is the 14.27 and V0 average value 12.27. That means VAC VDC. And coming to the RMS value, I naught RMS value IAC, that is a 0.01427 because 1000 ohm resistance. Resistance 1000 ohms kadamma. So 14.27 divided by 1000. That's why it's a 0.01427. V by R kada. Here we have the 14.27. By R is a 1000. So 0.0142. And DC voltage is 0.0127. ఎందుకు 0.0127? Voltage is 12.7. 12.7 divided by 1000. So 0.00012. Okay? So these are the VAC, VDC, IAC, IDC like that. V naught RMS, V naught average. I naught RMS, I naught average. We are measured. And also we have to see the output waveform in the scope. So just double click on the scope. So double click on the scope. So this is your simulated output. So you have the positive peak during the power transmitting and negative peak while positive peak again in the power transmitting. So this is the your output voltage waveform with a center tapped full wave rectifier. It's a full wave. You got the output in the positive and also you got the output in the negative. The full wave rectifier output. Okay. So this is the complete simulation part for your so batch 2 one. So I think you hardware is completed. You have to work with the simulation part, and after completing the hardware or before that one, you can do the simulation part. Okay. So same procedure. You have to take every component what we require in the circuit from the stabilized power system. Whether it is a half wave rectifier or half wave rectifier with the capacitor filter, or it is a center tapped full wave rectifier, or center tapped full wave rectifier with the capacitor, or bridge step full wave rectifier, or bridge step full wave rectifier with the capacitor filter. Whatever it may be, you can work everything with the specialized power system level. But in case of the foundation level, you have the limited access. Okay, but in the examinations, we may ask to work with the foundation library or we may ask to work with the specialized. Okay, now that's it. Take it. Simulation because in case of the operator capacitor, because capacitor, you are going in the foundation library. There is not an that's why not ask you to do that. Now I explain how to get the RDC value. Maybe in examination I may ask. So find the value of DDC, IAC, IDC for the operator also. If I ask both values, go to the foundation. That's like what. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.